Hi, Cara, how are you?
Good, thank you. All good to get started?
I'm good to get started.
Fantastic. Well, before we begin, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land and pay my respects to elders past and present. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples have been the caretakers of this land for thousands of years, and we honour their knowledge and contributions, particularly in education and workplace well-being. Today, I'm calling you from the land of the Darug people. Ryan, you're joining with me online today. Which lands are you calling from?
I'm calling from the land of the Gadigal people.
Wonderful. So you might have a few questions about what today's session is about. So workplace health and safety is not just about compliance, it's about making sure everyone feels safe and supported at work. It's easy to overlook safety risks, especially when we are focused on getting things done. But a single oversight can have serious consequences. It's easy to assume that WHS only applies to high risk environments like construction sites or schools, but hazards exist in every workplace, including the office. So I believe that you've recently joined our organisation and you're based at the Parramatta office. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, welcome to the team. So one of the examples I guess I'd get you to think about in a corporate setting is just imagine it's been a team's been working in the corporate office, and this whole team has been experiencing frequent headaches, eye strain, and fatigue, and it's just assumed that it's part of a busy workload. But after several complaints of staff members, a WHS officer was able to go in and assess the situation and realize that in the space that this particular team worked, that the lighting wasn't perfect or ideal, and the desks they were using were older and they weren't suited ergonomically for the different types of staff members in this team. So there were some real issues here. Many staff had computer monitors positioned too low, causing neck pain, strain, and the fluorescent lights were too harsh, and they were leading to that eye discomfort, especially with prolonged time sitting in the same location and looking at a screen. So, of course, the solution was simple. Adjustable monitor stands can help fix that. Proper ergonomic chairs, softer LED lighting, adjustable desks. So, of course, once we're able to provide some of these solutions, our staff members were reporting fewer headaches and improved focus and better overall well-being. So this example highlights that WHS is not just about physical safety, it also includes mental and ergonomic health too. So identifying risks early and consulting with staff can help create a more productive, comfortable, and safe work environment. So this session will help us identify risks and take steps to prevent similar incidents as this. So I'm just wondering, can you think of a time where you saw a workplace hazard? How was it handled? And what could have been done differently? Does anything spring to mind?
Um, while I'm new to the department, my previous role was in a container shipping yard, and as such, we are around big forklifts, and as part of that, we go through rigorous training to make sure that the drivers are aware of people on site at all times and that you're wearing high vis and safety glasses as a result of that. Some simple observations that have been made is just trip hazards, as when you're looking up above you, you don't notice the things underneath you. So it's one of the easy ones that have been picked up. It's just moving that particular item so no one else is going to be tripping on that, and that proper procedures are followed for workplace health and safety.
Oh, wonderful. So it sounds like there was a lot of training and information and encouraging staff to take an active involvement, keeping their eyes out. And then I'm presuming that they were encouraged to notice a tripping hazard and then do something about it or report it. What would you have done?
Both. You take the action by removing the hazard and report it, and so everyone else is aware to keep an eye on stuff that you've noticed.
Yeah, great. It sounds like you know exactly what you're talking about. So that's wonderful. So the Work Health Safety Act of 2011 in New South Wales is the foundation for workplace safety law. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but it establishes the legal duties of all workplace participants, including employers, workers, and visitors. So we're all contributing to this. The WHS regulation from 2017 in New South Wales, that actually provides details on how these duties should be followed and enforced. So it's a little bit more about the application. So for example, it sets out risk management requirements, training obligations, and emergency preparedness standards. Another component of WHS compliance are codes of practice. These are practical documents that outline how to meet WHS obligations in specific areas. So some examples of this in our workplace are things like the Hazardous Manual Task Code of Practice, which guides schools and officers on safe lifting techniques, and the Managing Risks and Hazardous Chemicals Code of Practice, which ensures staff handle dangerous substances safely. So there are many things that we could consider under the codes of practice. So a practical example, I guess, is just imagine one of our schools, a teacher at the school is experiencing back pain from lifting heavy books. So by referring to and following the Hazardous Manual Tasks Code of Practice, they can receive, they will find information on how to receive use proper trolleys and reduce strain and prevent future injuries. The New South Wales Department of Education has a strong commitment to work health and safety. Our WHS policies ensure that all staff, students, and visitors are protected in both school and corporate settings. So this means actively identifying hazards, implementing risk controls, and providing training and resources. One major focus of our WHS policies is also psychosocial safety, ensuring that workplaces remain free from bullying. So discrimination and mental health risks. So the staff wellbeing strategy of 2024 to 2027 is an example of this, and it promotes work-life balance, mental health resources, and a positive workplace culture. The department's WHS intranet page provides essential guidance, including policies on manual handling, incident reporting, and emergency response procedures. I'm just wondering, Ryan, since you're new, have you had a chance yet to look at our WHS resources, or do you know where to find it?
I haven't yet, but I'm hoping we might be able to cover it today.
Yeah, sure. I can quickly show you that. I'll just change and share my screen for a moment. I'm hoping that is showing for you. Is that working? Wonderful. So when you go to the education page and you log into the staff intranet, so you're within your own profile, if you scroll down here, you can see that underneath EdConnect is a health, safety and wellbeing section there. So you can see that we have a number of areas. You can view all topics here by clicking into that, and you can see a huge amount of information across a variety of areas that should be able to cover all the information that you need. There's also fantastic resources about training, risk management, incident planning and responses, and a variety of different services. We have a number of teams in the department that you're able to contact for additional information and support. So if you have any trouble looking at that, finding that again, just let me know and I will share the link with you. Great, so I'll just jump back into our presentation. I might have to refine the slide that we're on. Just give me a second. Okay, wonderful. So moving on. The WHS procedures are the practical steps which we follow to ensure safety. So these include reporting hazards, preparing for emergencies, and managing risks. So all workplace hazards, incidents, and near misses must be reported. So I loved hearing earlier that you said, yeah, I identified a hazard, I did something about it, but I also reported it. All workplace hazards, incidents, and near misses must be reported immediately, and schools and corporate staff should use the online reporting system or incident forms. Reporting allows timely action to prevent further risks. Emergency procedures, including fire drills, lockdowns, and evacuation plans, are critical for ensuring staff and student safety. Regular training ensures everyone knows their roles during an emergency, and risk management follows the hierarchy of controls, which prioritizes eliminating hazards first. So if elimination isn't possible, we focus on substituting, isolating, or engineering safer environments before relying on training or personal protective equipment. So they're the type of stages that you need to consider, and we have specific training available to go into greater detail about each of those areas. The department has various WHS programs to ensure staff feel supported and safe. One of our key initiatives is the Staff Wellbeing Strategy of 2024 to 2027, which I mentioned earlier, which promotes mental health, stress reduction, and work-life balance. Another important program is the Return to Work program, which assists employees recovering from work-related injuries. This ensures a smooth transition back to work while maintaining health and safety. So we also provide emergency response training, and all staff should be prepared for incidents like fires, medical emergencies, or lockdown situations. Training ensures that we know what to do in an emergency and how to assist others. So I'm just wondering, you mentioned that you are new, so I'm presuming you haven't had a chance yet to have a look at the programs that we have on offer. But have you used any programs like this before in a previous organisation?
Yeah, we've used similar programs like doing first aid courses and the like, um, and yeah, using a fair range of internal resources that are available to all staff.
Great. Well, we have them here as well, so I encourage you to have a look. Okay, let's move on. So, WHS consultation means involving workers in decisions about health and safety. The WHS Act of 2011 makes it mandatory for workplaces to consult employees on safety concerns, procedures, and changes to the work environment. Consultation occurs through team meetings, WHS committees, workplace surveys, and direct feedback. Engaging workers in these discussions helps identify risks before incidents occur. It also ensures better decision making because employees provide first-hand insight into workplace hazards. You can imagine that for you in your environment, you're going to have a much greater understanding about what's common, whereas I might be working on a completely different level or a completely different site at the department, so I can't really provide that information. So that's why we encourage everybody to report and be involved in these, in contributing to our WHS. So let's have a consideration for a practical example. The WHS committee in a school identified that playground safety needed improvement. Staff provided feedback, of course, the teachers on the ground who are working there every day, and they were able to provide feedback on the type of surfaces that the students were playing on, and explaining that they needed to improve their supervision schedules to make sure that children were supervised at all times. Consultation is essential for effective risk management. So workers understand their daily risks in their environment, making their input crucial. And WHS consultation ensures a better compliance with policies and encourages a proactive approach to safety and fosters a culture of collaboration. When employees feel included in safety discussions, they are more likely to report hazards, follow procedures, and suggest improvements. And that's why consultation can also reduce the risk of workplace injuries, leading to better staff wellbeing and productivity. Now, The site I showed you before is exactly where I would need you to go if you need to report a WHS issue. Reporting workplace incidents and hazards is critical to preventing future accidents and ensuring a safe work environment. So any injury, near miss, or safety concerns should be reported immediately to the appropriate person, whether it's a manager, a WHS representative, or through the department's online reporting system. Delayed reporting can allow hazards to persist, increasing the likelihood of serious incidents. So, for example, a staff member may be tripped over a loose carpet tile in a corporate office. By reporting the hazard, the facilities management team were able to quickly replace the tiles and prevent further trips and injuries from happening. So, we're down to the end of our session today, and I hope that you have gained some valuable information. I'd like you to consider 4 key takeaways from today's lesson. Workplace safety, number 1, workplace safety is a shared responsibility. So WHS policies and procedures exist to protect staff, students, and visitors, but they only work if everyone actively participates, and that includes you. Number 2, understand that WHS laws and policies protect all of us, and knowing your responsibility under the WHS Act ensures compliance and keeps workplaces safe. So that's why we have that mandatory training. Number 3, consultation helps identify risks. By engaging in WHS discussions, providing feedback, and participating in risk management, we all contribute to better workplace safety, and we want to encourage that at the Department of New South Wales. Number 4, reporting hazards and incidents prevents injuries. So if you see a risk, whether it's a broken chair, a wet floor, or an unsafe work practice, you should report it immediately. So what can you do next? Be proactive. Don't wait for incidents to happen before taking action. Encourage WHS discussions with colleagues and leadership. And please use the department's WHS programs and resources to stay informed and be prepared. And remember, WHS isn't just a policy, it's an ongoing commitment to creating a safe and healthy workplace for everyone. Thank you, Ryan. I hope today was a quick session for you that gives you a brief introduction into WHS at the department.
It's very great. Thank you, Cara.
Great. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.